Welcome to Lending Insights by AllCloud. This is a platform where we're relaying our thoughts on lending and what's the innovation around it. The focus of the government being to improve adoption of electronic vehicles. The question in the heads of the lenders is always, will the manufacturer be available or be there at the end of 5 years? How do we solve the risk? I think all lenders will be EV lenders in some time in the future, because if there's going to be greater adoption of electronic vehicles, today we'll be talking about electronic vehicles and in particular electronic vehicle financing. So with the recent budget, there have been certain announcements that have caused a lot of happiness in the EV ecosystem, especially with reduction in taxes, the focus of the government being to improve adoption of electronic vehicles. There has been a greater interest in how EVs can further be promoted. So we already know that the government has very aggressive targets for EV adoption in India. By 2030, the targets are to make sure that 30% of the vehicles in India plying on the roads of India are electronic vehicles. But is that really possible? Because if you look at today, the adoption is quite low, just about 4% of the total market. And in the two-wheeler and three-wheeler segment, this is significantly higher. But in the larger segment, there is a greater push needed. So how can EV lending increase the adoption of EVs? That's a question that all lenders need to answer. So today we'll be discussing on the opportunities in EV and how technology can help de-risk the EV lending portfolio. So when you look at an asset and asset financing, there are generally two kinds of risk. One is an asset risk and one is a credit risk. The credit risk can definitely be taken care of by various data sources like credit bureaus, alternative data sources, understanding the intent and the ability of the borrower to pay back. But what about the asset risk? EVs being in the nascent stage again, there is not much data on how the asset is going to be performing. Will the asset have a value at the end of the loan? Because that's a very critical thing that every lender looks at. They want to make sure that the asset has a resale value at the end of the loan so that the loans, even if they go bad, they're able to recover and reduce their risk. But EVs, it's a little different. Since they've been just introduced to the market, a lot of manufacturers are there. The question in the heads of the lenders is always, will the manufacturer be available or be there at the end of 5 years? How do we solve the risk? So the lenders need to choose electronic vehicles manufacturers that have skin in the game, that have done proper research and put in the engineering effort to create a product. Financing every other EV that has not proven or has not been developed with proper research and development could be a great risk. So choosing the product rightly is very important, as is choosing the borrower. Well, lenders need to relook their technology from a complete revamp perspective. EVs are not the same ICE assets that they have funded for so long. If they need to participate and utilize this opportunity or make the most of it, there has to be significant changes in the way they assess the asset. An electronic vehicle gives a lot of data points. These data points can be collated and put back into models that can help lenders assess them better. But also integration with different ecosystem partners, integrations with the charging infrastructure stations, integration with the OEMs, integration with battery units. All of this put together will help create a very robust system. And for that, they need a technology that is easily integratable. Legacy systems, traditional technology may not allow this. Definitely, a new age technology that can help consolidate all of this information together and help them understand data in future is the requirement of the hour. I think all lenders will be EV lenders in some time in the future, because if there's going to be greater adoption of electronic vehicles, today they might be financing ICE vehicles, but tomorrow their portfolio is going to be split across at least 50% in the next 5 years, and by the end of this decade, it will be much larger. So preparedness is the key. You can't relook at technology when the market is ripe and you want to go and acquire customers and sell more loan products to EVs. So today, we need to start relooking at technology in a holistic manner, relook at how your technology would be able to integrate with different ecosystem partners, help them give data back as well, because it's not always consumption of data. It's also about giving out results. So I would definitely recommend that all lenders who are into two-wheelers and three-wheelers specifically relook at technology and recalibrate their approach towards electronic vehicle financing.